Hello students, today I am going to start your new chapter number 6, that is squares and square roots. So firstly, what is square? When we multiply a number by itself, the product is called the square of that number. It means square of 7. When we multiply 7 by 7, then the product is called square of that number. It means square of 7 is 7 into 7 equals to 7 square, and when we multiply 7 by 7, then we get 49. It means 49 is the square of 7. When we multiply a number by itself, then the product is called the square of that number. Okay friends, by square of a number means a number raised to the power of 2. It means 7 into 7, that is equals to 7 to the power 2. Okay, by square a number means a number raised to the power of 2. Now here are some squares of numbers from 1 to 30. Square of 1, 1, 2, 4. Square of 3 is 9. Square of 4 is 16. Square of 5 is 25. Square of 6 is 36. Square of 7 is 49. Square of 8 is 64. Square of 9 is 81. Square of 10 is 100. Square of 11 is 121. Square of 12 is 144. Square of 13 is 169. Square of 14 is 196. Square of 15 is 225. Square of 16 is 256. Square of 17 is 289. Square of 18 is 324. Square of 19 is 361. Square of 20 is 400. Square of 21 is 441. Square of 22, 484. Square of 23, that is equals to 529. Square of 24 is 576. Square of 25 is 625. Square of 27 is 729. Square of 28 is 784. Square of 29 is 841, and square of 30 is 900. Friends, you have to learn these squares from 1 to 30, and when you come to school on 24th, then I will ask you squares of 1 to 30. Okay friends, now perfect square. Perfect squares are squares of some natural numbers. All natural numbers are not perfect square. Up to 100 there are only 10 numbers which are perfect squares. Up to 100 there are only 10 numbers. Means 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. These are 4 numbers. These are 10 numbers which are perfect square up to 100. Now properties of perfect squares. First property is a number ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8. Friends, these are very important properties, so listen them carefully. A number ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. It means 6, for example 623, 748, 777, these are not perfect square. Okay? A number ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. But it does not mean that a number ending with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 will be a perfect square. Okay, for example 194. This is ending with number 4. Okay, but this is not a perfect square. But a number ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. Okay. A number ending with odd numbers of zeros is not a perfect square. A number ending with odd number of zeros, for example 40 and 6000. How many zeros in 40? 1. Odd number. How many zeros in 600? 6000? 3. Odd number. Okay. So a number ending with odd numbers of 0 is not a perfect square. But a number ending with even numbers of 0 need not be a perfect square. It can be a perfect square or it cannot be a perfect square. For example 700, there are even numbers of zeros, but this is not a perfect square. Okay. For example 400, even number of zeros, but this is a perfect square. Okay, so a number ending with even numbers of zeros can be a perfect square and cannot be a perfect square, but a number ending with odd numbers of zeros is not a perfect square. Now third property is square of an odd number is odd. Square of 9, 81. 9 is a odd number, 81 is also odd number. Square of 11 to 121. 11 is a odd number, 121 is also an odd number. It means square of an odd number is a odd, and square of an even number is even. It means square of 4 is 16. 4 is even and 16 is also even. Square of 16, that is equals to 256. These are two even numbers. So square of an odd number is odd and square of an even number is even. Students, if n is a natural number, okay, then whole square of n plus 1 minus n square equals to a square minus b square. So a plus b, a minus b. N plus 1 minus n plus 1 plus n. N is cancelled by n, then 1. N plus 1 plus n. So that is equals to n plus 1 plus n. N plus 1 plus n. It means if it is asked that find the value of 42 square minus 41 square, then you need not to be do squares of these numbers. This is n 41 and this is n plus 1. So square of n plus 1 minus square of n, their difference is equals to 42 plus 41, and that is equals to 83. Okay students, so this is the difference of their squares. Students, this is formula of your question number 6 of your exercise 6.1. okay, question number 6 you have to do like this. Okay, if n plus square of n plus 1 minus n square, that is equals to n plus 1 plus n. Okay, these are two continuous numbers, one is n and the other is n plus 1, so their difference of their squares is equals to their sum. Okay, the difference between the squares of two consecutive numbers is equal to the sum of the numbers. Okay, this is the difference between the squares of two consecutive numbers. First is n and second is n plus 1 is equal to the sum of the numbers. For example, 81 square minus 80 square. These are two consecutive numbers, 80 and 81. So difference of their squares is their equals to their sum. So square of 81 minus 80 square is equals to 81 plus 80 equals to 161. Friends, you have to do your question number 6 same as it is. Okay. Now Pythagorean triplets. For every natural number n, 2n, n square minus 1, n square plus 1. This is a Pythagorean triplet. For every natural number n, 2n, n square minus 1 and n square plus 1 is a Pythagorean triplet. For n is equals to 2, 2n, 4. N square minus 1, 2 square minus 1, it means 4 minus 1 equals to 3. N square plus 1, 2 square plus 1, 4 plus 1 equals to 5. It means 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. And if 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet, it means 5 square is equals to 3 square plus 4 square. Okay. So 51 equals to 25 equals to 25. So 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. On dividing a perfect square by 3, either 3 or 1 is left as the remainder. When we divide a perfect square by 3, then either 3 or 1 is left as the remainder. Okay students? Students, do this correction in your worksheet also. This is not 3, this is 0. On dividing a perfect square by 3, either 0 or 1 is left as the remainder. Okay? The 9 and 16, these are two numbers which are perfect square, and when we divide 9 by 3, then we get remainder 0. And when we divide 16 by 3, then we get remainder 1. Okay. So when we divide a perfect square by 3, then we get remainder 0 or 1. Okay. Now, next property. By units digit of a given number, we can determine the units digit of its square. Okay. If units digit of a number is 1 or 9, then unit digit of its square will be 1. And if units digit of a number is 2 or 8, then units digit of its square is 4. If units digit of a number is 3 or 7, then units digit of its square is 9. And if units digit of a number is 4 or 6, then units digit of its square is 6. And if units digit of a number is 5, then units digit of its square is 5. And if units digit of a number is 0, then units digit of its square is 0. If units digit of a number is 1 or 9, then unit digit of its square is 1. If units digit of a number is 2 or 8, then unit digit of its square is 4. 3 or 7, 9. 4 or 6, then units digit of its square is 6. If units digit of a number is 5, then unit digit of its square is 5. 0, 0. Okay, students? If n is a perfect square, then 2n can never be a perfect square. If 4 is a perfect square, then 2n, 2 into 4, 8. That cannot be a perfect square. For example, 25 is a perfect square, but 2 into 25 is equals to 50. It's not a perfect square. There are 2n numbers lying between n square and n plus 1 square. For example, numbers lying between 15 square and 16 square. n plus 1. These are two consecutive numbers, 15 and 16. N square and n plus square. So there are 2n numbers. So n is equals to 15. So 2n is equals to 2 into 15 equals to 30. So there are 30 numbers lying between 15 square and 16 square. Okay, students? You have to do your question number 7 with this property. Question number 7. Okay? This is how many numbers lying between two squares of two consecutive numbers. Okay? So there are 2n numbers lying between n square and n plus 1 square. Now next property. A square of any natural number n equals to the sum of first n odd numbers. First n odd numbers. For example, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 equals to n square. These are first n odd numbers. So square of any natural number equals to the sum of first n odd numbers. Sum 1 equals to 1 is square, 1 plus 3. Square of 2 is sum of first two odd numbers, and that is equals to 4. Square of 5, it means this is sum of first 5 odd numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 7 plus 9, that is equals to 25. So square of 5 is 25. This is sum of first n odd numbers, 5 odd numbers. For any odd natural number n, we can write n square is equals to n square minus 1 upon 2 plus n square plus 1 upon 2. For example, 25 square. You can write 25 square as 25 square minus 1 upon 2 plus 25 square plus 1 upon 2. Now, square of 25 is 625 minus 1 upon 2 plus 625 plus 1 upon 2, and that is equals to 624 upon 2, 626 upon 2, and that is equals to 312 plus 313. So square of 25 can be written as 312 plus 313. N square is equals to n square minus 1 upon 2 plus n square plus 1 upon 2. Students, now you can do your exercise 6.1 easily. Okay, this is your exercise. These questions are done with our properties, and first question is write the units digit of the square of the following. If 3, if units digit of a number is 3, then units digit of a square is 9. Okay students, this is property 8. Okay, by units digit of a given number we can determine the unit digit of its square. If 3 is units digit, then units digit of its square is 9. Okay, here 2, 6, 9 and 0. You can do this question with this property number 8. Now question number 2. Are the following numbers are perfect squares? Give reason. This is our property number 1 and 2. Okay, property number 1 is used in 8, 4, how many 7, 6, 9. We will see its units digit. Okay, identify the square of which of the following numbers are odd and which are even. This is our property number 3 and 4. Square of an odd number is odd and square of even number is even. Find the square of the following. We have to square of these numbers. It means square of 47 is we will multiply 47 by 47. And question number 5. Write a Pythagorean triplet whose one number is. Pythagorean triplet means 2n, n square minus 1 and n square plus 1. Firstly, we will take 2n equals to 8. Then we find n. And after finding n, we will find n square minus 1 and n square plus 1. Okay students? Students, this is same as question number 3. Okay, now you can do your exercise 6.1 easily, and if you face any problem in any question, then you can discuss with me.